Exhausted and tired, Ciri collapsed in the swamp. Some peasants found her and took her to the Baron, Velen's self-appointed ruler. The warlord took the young woman in, had her nursed back to health, then sent her on her way to Novigrad.
Darkness everywhere. Fancy a... Show me what you got.
Well, that does remind me.
See ya.
Pam Param, Pam Pam Param.
As Yennefer of Vengerberg told it, there had been a magic explosion in Skellige. Related to Ciri's reappearance, it had destroyed a vast swath of forest. Geralt set out for the Isles to join the sorcerers and seek further clues of Ciri's whereabouts. The druid Ermion, however, had no intention of letting Yennefer examine the woods, so Geralt and Yen sought out Jarl Krakon Krayt, who helped break down the druid's resolve.
Tell me, lads, were you
Very well,
sailing
dear
this
sir.
time? You've got our gratitude, Geralt.
Would very well be your lucky day. Spending hard-earned coin, that's an art in itself.
Let me have a look. So long.
try that. One sec. Okay. Oh, is that it?
Pollen on the leaves still. Someone picked the bloom recently.
Another seeker of Pimpernel.
Another?
Gremis has sent countless young druids into the forest. They emerge drained, with a blank stare, and with no flower. And they never speak of what happened. I've asked Gremis to stop the folly. He looked at me and laughed. But the fun's over. One of our novices, Ramond, has failed to return. I've come to find him, alive or dead.
Sorry about that, chat. I asked Needles a question and I missed the entire dialogue, so I have to reload. It's quite a crazy day. There's never usually happens, but there's a bunch of kids that are just outside today screaming like bloody murder, so I had to close a window.
They're playing, babe.
They're playing, but they're screaming bloody murder while they're playing.
As Yennefer of Vengerberg
Like, there's
noted,
one
there'd
thing
been a
about,
magic
like,
explosion in
you know,
Scotland. Related
some
to
loud
Ciri's
yelling and
reappearance,
then
it
just
had
like
destroyed a
screaming
vast
every
swath
5
of
seconds.
forests. Geralt set out for the Isles to join the sorcerers and seek further clues of Ciri's whereabouts. The druid Ermion, however, had no intention of letting Yennefer examine the woods, so Geralt and Yen sought out Jarl Krakon Krayt, who helped break down the druid's resolve.
Okay.
You heard? Would that repel like you just for a day?
Pollen on the leaves still. Someone picked the bloom recently.
Another seeker of Pimpernel.
Another?
Gremist has sent countless young druids into the forest. They emerge drained, with a blank stare, and with no flower. And they never speak of what happened. I've asked Gremist to stop the folly. He looked at me and laughed. But the fun's over. One of our novices, Ramond, has failed to return. I've come to find him, alive or dead.
What do you know about this forest?
Not much. Funny, isn't it? A druid should know every tree, every bush. But even we know not to venture to some parts of the isle. We can subdue animals, but not monsters. And the word is, one has made its lair here.
A Leshen? An Axabron?
Sadly, I don't know. As I said, those who have entered do not speak of who or what they saw.
Listen, you're looking for a druid, I'm looking for a flower. Let's go in together.
Why not? I could use the help of a tracker. Lead the way.
Flower. No petals. Hoofprints, but a biped's. Flower. No petals. There were flowers here as well, but they've been picked. Every last one. Someone buried him. Not skillfully, but with great care. Lots of scratches. None look lethal, though. Body's dried out as if it was drained.
I know him. It's Yara the White of Caer Trolda.
Ooh,
Died
it's ready.
far from home.
Okay. Let me kill this monster.
What a grotesque
What
creature.
now, you...
Yes, please. Alright, chat. One moment.
Shit.
Nice. Alright, chat. Sorry about that. Back. Just having some dinner. But now we're back. You okay?
Yeah, it's just warmer.
Footprints. Some fresh, others faded, all leading in the same direction.
Oh.
Oh, no. Oh, stop, please. Haha. Oh, this is great. No, stop. Please. Stop it, that tickles. Two can play this game, you horny goat woman.
Unhand him, hellish creature. Raymond, step away from her.
Calm down. I've not been harmed. I came here.
You don't know what you're saying. She's cast a spell on you. We saw what happens to those who land in this beast's embrace. We saw Yara's body.
Then you saw I buried his body as custom dictates. I did not seek his death. He was very old. His heart was weak. I warned him it could end that way, but he kept returning.
I see through your lies. Your wretched charm won't work on me. I shall kill you here and now, monster.
I don't see any reason to kill her. She's a monster, sure, but a sentient one, and basically harmless.
No such thing. Just as there's no dry water, no cold fire. But if you'll not help, very well. I shall tend to her myself.
I'd advise against it.
I will return, with one who does not carry a sword for show.
Why did you take my side? I'm afraid you'll be sorely disappointed. I don't generally couple with witches, especially not out of gratitude.
Tell
Why
me
not?
why not? Is it the scars?
I detest when a man smells of blood. You witches always reek of it. Fiend blood, trot blood, and these are my brethren.
You're right. But unlike fiends and chorts, you...
Have ample breasts and a pretty face. I know. Their lack of these attributes, is that what makes them easy to kill?
It's a bit more complicated than that. But never mind. No means no, I get it.
Bravo, Geralt.
Can't think of another way you can repay me. I'm looking for Pimpernel. You know this forest. Maybe you could help me.
I shall take you myself. And you, Rammond, go pick some more violets. Just the indigo ones this time.
Indigo? You mean blue?
No, indigo is indigo. Men.
Did you hear that? She's like, go on, Rum.
Men.
Yeah, she goes, go pick more flowers, the indigo ones. He's like, indigo? You mean blue? And she's like, no, indigo is indigo. And then that's when she said,
Men.
mm-hmm.
Are you
Why you
serious,
need all these
sister?
flowers?
Nosy, aren't you? Wait and see. Pretty, don't you think? Bellflowers, violets, kingcups, pimpernels. I must pick some edelweiss. Take one, but no more. I've put a lot of work into making this cavern cozy.
Boobs! I mean, hi, Blink. So, I Matrix codified your IGT sheets. Cool.
Me what?
He extrapolated the data and put it into, like, cells.
Oh.
Ah, I see. This terminal text editor looks like Matrix code. That's what he said. Nice. Yeah, from what little I did test of it, there's two things I wanted to say, McGurkin. A, it seems very, very likely that for the cloud grind, we also want to manipulate for preemptives as well. So, that's why the cloud sheet will look like that. Also, I did what you asked before, and I think what MD asked as well, where I took out all of the up-downs that did single frame inputs, because that's what originally the script that that Dash sent me looked for. And so I had to modify it so that it only looked for menus on left rights and buffered left rights. So you'll have a hold and delay. Hold is going to be clearly buffered movement out of fights. Delay is the opposite. Yeah, they're fine, but the issues you're going to run into that they're going to be somewhat slower than the non-preemptives because you have to wait for more IGTs. They'll be a little more spread out on average. Rules, I'm guessing? Yeah, all rules.
Want another beer?
I would still test friend. I already did. I did it 3 times, McGurkin, and it's definitely slower. Because in the first half of the cloud grind, he's definitely not going to be fast enough where they're going to get multiple turns. So there's no point in doing non-preemptive, just given that you're almost certainly going to like get them getting turns, and it's not because it's risky, but it's in that them being slower. And then regarding your beer, maybe in a bit. But yeah, I tested the grind 3 times, mostly because there were things that I had to do trial and error otherwise that I was curious about, and so I tried, like, things that I did in my routing that didn't line up, I had to go back to that point in order to redo it, and I redid it with non-preemptive. Yeah, I think with the Eris one, it's not that bad. With the Cloud one, it's pretty straightforward. Ah, he didn't burn. My 69% burning chance didn't work. Which, by the way, it actually is that. I have to show.
You're not just memeing.
I am not just memeing. 69% burning chance on Igni.
Nice.
But I suspect at the point at which you do everyone else's, you're high enough and you'll definitely outspeed that you can do non-preemptives. Ah, this is the abandoned distillery. Exactly, because then you might miss the window for the next manip, and that's something that's even worse, arguably. But all in all, McGurkin, it doesn't seem like it's too bad. There was something I was gonna say, and now I just lost it. Because all you, like, it always can be the case that you can always just add more menu buffers in order to get more times. Is that a fucking giant? A Cyclops.
Cyclops won't bother me anymore. Can look around peacefully now.
On the route I am working on, I was outspeeding them with Cloud, but my post-big shoes route was very rough and probably not very optimal. My post-big shoes route, and I have 2 in a row for big shoes. My post-big shoes route is pretty decent. There's like, I think, one tight section, but otherwise they're the reasonable route. With minimal walking and everything too.
Distilling recipes. Parchment's a little faded, but legible.
Did you like it?
I told you, it was tasty. Nice. Put mash in the evaporator. Light the fire under the evaporator. Cool the condenser. First turn the right lever, then the left, not the other way around. Is that hard? No? The answer is no, so get to work.
Aye, aye, sir.
Mash in the evaporator. Oh, right. Yeah, you have to skip the water ring. It saves you so many steps. And honestly, taking the damage from Aqualung makes the fight faster. And you're so over leveled if you do the Eris grind right that you will essentially you'll survive. Like, everyone will live. So there's no risk to it. But I did the
bit of mash left.
I did the same thing with trying to come up with strategies for like Hojo and and other fights that I was just like, yeah, this doesn't make sense. Like, we have more resources, we could do other things. Like, for instance, Schizo. I had menus for Schizo assuming you're gonna steal a water ring. Or a protect ring. That's so as far as like things in this route that are iffy for me, one of them is the chocobo breeding, and it's mostly because there's going to be a better breeding for the route that's there. Crap, Vim can't read docx files, copy pasted is. Yeah, so the chocobo breeding is going to have to be revisited because of new breeding, and if we do new breeding, we have to come up with new racing. Which of these is which?
Wooden parts have rotted, metal's tarnished, dust everywhere. Doesn't seem to be broken, though. Here's where the mash goes, probably.
How do you know, Geralt? You, flippin' genius? Oh yeah, it's the evaporator, so yeah.
Here's where the mash goes, probably.
No! No! Here you friggin' bots get banned. Yeah, so the breeding will have to be revisited once we want to get data for the Manep. Otherwise, for now, it's routed as if you're doing the old breeding, which is very clunky. Other than that, it's setting up for the formations in Northern Crater, which is so hard to do because you don't have very many step route fights along the way that get you to an optimal formation.
Done. Now to boil the mash. Ought to be enough. Time to cool it down. Well, turns out I'm quite the distiller.
Nice. The third thing is that I have a strategy for Emerald Weapon that on paper is awesome, but being able to execute it is going to be a giant headache because it's going to involve using 7777 on Emerald Weapon. And the strategy can use either Cloud or Sid to do it. So the route is set up so that initially Sid is your primary target for 7s, and Cloud is your backup if Sid has an HP that cannot achieve 777s. If like he rolls both HP and MP that cannot get to a solution that gets to it, then you'd have to use Cloud. And I have Ace developing a tool for that. It's impossible for two characters not to have a solution. It's impossible. And if you do get this, which is like a 0.01% chance that happens, then you should just end your run right there. That basically was like the run is telling you it's not meant to be. There is no backup for it. Because yeah, I thoroughly looked at it for Sid and all his HP range with that level, and assuming Cloud has the same probability, which it might be a little better, it might be a little worse, but it should be about the same on average. And you're looking at with two characters rolling 1 HP or 2 HP values and 2 MP values that cannot reach quad 7s is less than a 0.1% chance of that happening. Yeah, it's just like you might have a solution. You might end up being on a solution that that effectively might be slower than others, but like it's impossible to have two characters not get it. So luckily, I was actually really happy that I saw that you can get it with two characters, but B, and this one's actually funnier because I totally forgot that this is how Lucky Sevens worked. You don't take quad 7's damage when you get hit while in that state. It's only poison that doesn't. I forgot because poison is self-inflicted damage. So that was my fear of why I originally wanted it to be Sid instead of Cloud, because I'm having Cloud use Meteor Rains there. I mean, feasibly, your backup could be you just Meteor Rain the whole fight and it's clunky and extremely slow. But I think it's almost impossible to not have a solution on one of your two characters. But not impossible. It's just kind of unlikely. I'll have to just double check with Ace if that's true, but it seems like it's extremely low. Because I think also stat rolls are probably weighted in a certain way, more like a bell curve, so I need to, like, and I don't fully understand FF7's probability for stat rolls. Because it doesn't seem to me like FF7 would be smart enough to do a Gaussian distribution. It might do more like a pseudo RNG thing that resembles a bell curve, but heck, I mean, there are chances you get a low or a high stat roll, so. Nice. Fine. Pretty off. Which one of you is that druid?
Don't like this. Shouldn't be risking your life for us.
You Fritjof?
That's right. And what do they call you, Witcher?
Me? Drifter, stranger, mutant. Sometimes even by my name. Geralt of Rivia.
Ha! A man with a sense of humor. I like that.
I like that.
What can I do for you?
Did you hear that?
Geralt of Rivia?
You heard what Geralt said?
No.
He goes, the druid goes, so yes, I am Fritjof. What is it that they call you? And then he's like, me, drifter, traveler, stranger, mutant, sometimes even by my name, Geralt of Rivia.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Gremist wanted me to summon you. Need you to help him perform a ritual.
A ritual? Will this one stop him from being a mean old goat? I would go see him for old time's sake, but I've more important matters on my mind. Look about you. The ground. See how dry it is. It's not rained for weeks. The grass and pastures has withered. Sheep are starving. I must bring rain, but fear that... Wait just a moment. Perhaps you could help me.
How? I'm a man of many talents, but manipulating the weather's not one of them.
I have in mind a different skill involving your sword. You see, Mother Nature dislikes it when you take
and it's raining right now
by force. She will defend herself, so fiercely, in fact, that I could use a defender myself. What do you say?
Why do you get the dog red eyes?
Sure, I'll help, provided you go see Gremist afterwards.
Agreed. Now follow me.
Evil dog.
Time for a little storm.
It's a shepherd.
That does not look like a shepherd. Yeah. Yo, Miss Dez, welcome in. Happy Monday, and I hope you're prepared for Boogie Percent tourney. Because I am definitely not. I should crack you, lol. Did you sign up, or are you just gonna be part of the admin?
Animal sacrifice.
It is a
Should we
wolf.
burn folk at the stake as they do on the continent? Better a sacrifice of goats and sheep, I think.
Nice. Oh.
Skuka Svarm Fatna Hala!
It's starting. How you like that silver?
Come on, little foglet.
Blotter Himmel! Blotter Morder! Blacker of Blixtar!
I finished top 8 pretty consistently. We'll up to top 4. Oh, okay. I'd love to at least place in the bracket.
Blotter Himmel! Blotter Moiler!
A storm. Damn it.
I've not managed a storm that fine for ages. Did you see the drops? The size of eggs.
A little busy tending to the foglets. They weren't small either.
Ah, yes. Unfortunately, they always emerge. But perhaps that's for the best.
For the best. Why?
If manipulating the weather carried no risks, it'd not give me peace. Make it rain, make the sun shine. Some would want storms, others a sea calm as a pond frozen over. This way folk petition me only when their need is great, not because they've had a whim.
I get it. There are times I wish I didn't have to chase this necker or that drowner.
I forget all my placings and times, but I want to say I have finished 6th more than once. Okay.
Will you go see Grimace now?
With pleasure.
How
After a
big
storm of those
is the
proportions,
bracket? Is it
I
like
shall
an 8
gladly
bracket
have
or a 16 bracket?
help him with his ritual. Till then.
108's win races. A saying I stand by. Yeah, that's still a tough one for me. I could get 108s, but I usually am getting screwed over. More often than not, I get 111s. Return to Grimace. Oh, we do a big bracket? Like, how big are we talking? So, it is a 16 bracket, or is it going to be a 32 bracket? Split to top and bottom bracket. Got it. So I'm guessing the bottom bracket's going to be all the people that probably don't place nearly as high in the Swiss. So it might just be the full... Everybody goes through to the bracket, but how you get assigned in the brackets based on the Swiss. Okay, I'm just guessing now. Where the heck do I do this? There it is. Also, damn, got more than 500 experience today. And it's still early. I did.
Rain or shine.
Let's go from the whale graveyard. Damn it, I can't just use dark mode in LibreOffice with your notes. That sucks. So why don't you just copy? Okay, why don't you just copy and paste it without formatting? Me, you didn't get poisoned or bled? Flashbang notes it. I even wonder how, like, because I have a picture in there, so I'm wondering how the pictures will even get pulled.
Did everything you asked.
Phenomenal, my boy. So, Fridtjof,
Phenomenal.
shall we begin?
The sooner the better. We've a long night ahead of us.
The ritual is only for members.
Yeah,
of
there's
the
31
circle.
signups.
Thus, my dear apprentice, you must wait outside. Under no circumstances must you enter. We shall begin your tutelage come morn.
Will you finally tell me what the ritual's about?
Nay. No one likes a meddler. Suffice to say, it's a burning matter now. Shout!
Oh, interesting. Okay. All the comments show up perfectly then? Wait till the next day. But yeah, does the signups apparently Ephraim said how do you say his name? Is it Ephraim or is it Ephraim? Because I just got told today that Uko's name I've been saying wrong. I've been saying Yuko. Spell it in chat real quick. The name is...
Phonetical.
I think it's spelled like this. Or maybe I'm even missing a letter. Maybe it's like Ephraim.
You're blind.
Maybe I am, because I'm just glossing over when I'm reading stuff. Oh, I said it so wrong. It's Ephraim. No, we're talking about a user in like... Yeah, I've been reading it wrong because I'm just like glossing over what people are saying and not reading their names. Now I feel like a total idiot. Link needs to learn how to read again.
Back to elementary school days.
Happens to all of us, yeah.
Hashtag engineering.
I must have another. That's good stuff.
Aye, as the base from Moss Gordon. And spare from Hale Hell. Good times, Fritjof. Good times. Finally, something other than damn potions and transmutations.
Guess the ritual's not over yet.
Good. I thought I told you to stay
Oh,
outside.
as Gygus?
Thirds of the inner circle.
Circle Smirkle, let the boy have some fun. He's earned it.
Fine. Pour yourselves on. Garrett.
He takes it from he takes it specifically from Earthbound because the English version of it spells the character's name like this. Study hard, drink hard. That's what I like.
Hell yeah.
Drink hard and study hard. I like the idea.
How I got my degree. I'm just kidding.
I call it stimulation and assimilation.
First you stimulate, and then
Simulation and abbreviation.
Now shit down.
shut down. Let's start with ingesting toxins. Best approach, practice.
Just looking at the what?
I've practiced a lot already. Good thing.
I'll make learning my secret method easier. Look, you take the potion like this, and gulp.
Well,
Who said old age is a burden?
Sometime later. Oh, wow, that was awesome. Wow, he's so drunk. Look at... I'm not even moving the screen. Oh, it fixed itself already. He's already sober. Yeah, I figured he was getting it from Earthbound, and just looking at the I and pronouncing it in an English way. G-I is... Gigas is a Greek word, though, and the iota is only ever pronounced with an E. Kind of like Y making a vowel sound when it's used at the end of an English word.
What do you want now? I taught you all I know.
Got anything to sell?
I do, but it's expensive.
The fuck is this? Oh my gosh, that's awesome.
See ya.
I'd prefer goodbye.
What a dick. I think I'm done with all the side quests.
Don't come back.
Basically. Ooh. Where are they here? Oh, they weren't in fucking Novigrad, they're around here. Okay. We're doing this and then we'll continue with the main story. The funniest thing is that the English way, whenever I'm hearing words that end with Y, you know, I hear it as like an abbreviation to a word. Because I'll go into a friend's stream and he'll be like Happy Friday. Like as if Friday is spelled as Friday. As if there's no A, it was like an apostrophed A.
What do you want from me? Spray a smile upon you. Well, what is it? Oh.
That's freaking great. I think it depends on where you are and how lazy the person is with like their current. I missed one? No, that one randomly appeared. I knew of this one because I can't get into it. There's one right there? Oh, and I know of all of these. Yeah, those came from the expansion. Okay, let's see what other shit I'm missing, I guess. Got all of those. There should be 2 here. Yep. Any more? Don't see any. Nah, I like the closest that you're gonna get with blinding shit there is red. I only have red in there. Red, yellow, black. That's it. I don't even have white in there. Fuck.
Wounded and tired, Ciri collapsed in the swamp. Some peasants found her and took her to the Baron, Velen's self-appointed ruler. The warlord took the young woman in, had her nursed back to health.
I should have just put some tan-colored text, just so. Or brown. He's saying that he's setting his background for his Word doc. He's running it Linux. Yeah, he's running it in Linux.
Oh.
Yeah. He can't run dark mode. So he's running tan mode. Yeah, dark mode in Libra is just turns black text white. Sometimes certain form styles make it stay black. It looks beautiful in tan. Nice. Guarded treasure. Oh, fucking Cyclops. He fell. Come on, Roach. And it's not blinding me. What time is it? 18. We're gonna hear an alarm soon. Ah, yes, these two are close to each other. That one's all the way over there. Okay. I actually deleted my file manager. Oh, is it because it flashbanged you? Because it was in white? Yep, I figured. If we were on this topic, that's the most plausible reason. What the?
Ooh.
Yeah, I mean, if you're already managing everything else, might as well manage your file system in the terminal. Man, if you, as a Linux user, it's like, man, handling things in the terminal is such an inconvenience. It's like, why not just stick with Windows in the first place then? Terminal's your friend in Linux. If you didn't want to be a Linux user, you should have used Windows. This feels so much better.
Let's go.
I think it's in the water. Alright, Roach. Yeah, honestly, I can understand that. I can understand that, and I also agree. I don't like the whole OneDrive situation. I don't like the fact that everyone's trying to make their own drive / cloud. It's like the same reason with like everybody with their own streaming services. It's like, okay, if there's like 3 that I can choose from and be happy with it, and that's how I get my variety, fine. I don't need like 20 different services that have varying levels of like what they. Oh god, I'm gonna drown. I gotta leave.
Stuck. That was close.
Yeah, because I was gonna say you could always just do that, like I was gonna say, like, the laptop you could just put on Windows 7 and call it a day. The one that you could have used for whatchamacallit. Dude, where the hell is this sword? What a pain in my ass. I have to breathe again. Well, this was before you said you got Ace's Big Shoe stuff to work. And, like, if you were still wrestling with DuckStation, but sounded like you got everything you needed done, so... There we go. Man, I've had to deal with so much water stuff in the last 2 weeks that I'm so tired of, like, stuff in the water.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Oh my gosh. He was saying he should put on a version of Linux called Suicide Linux, where if you make one wrong mistake in the command prompt, that it nukes your system.
No. You don't like that.
Let's just sink the boat already. Did that not work? I guess that did not work. Oh, and it will also autocorrect wrong commands to the command that nukes your computer.
Rip.
It just sounds headachy to me. He's saying it's a hilarious distro. Wait, am I going the wrong way? Ah, it's fucking leading me to the wrong one. Of course, me trusting the quest.
That was your mistake.
That was my mistake.
Might want to look around some.
Hmm? Mm-hmm. Yes, hi. Oh, was that it?
It's hard.
It's still the closest, damn it. Otherwise, I mean, how does the notes look like to you, McGurkin? Like, have you skimmed them yet, or are you just gonna go as you make states and stuff? Gotcha. There are 2 encounter skips in there that are possible. I actually took your idea that you were mentioning of doing a hard reset outside Icicle Inn. Not so much to carry over like list value through the green chocobo breeding, because I think that it's too. I think that there is quite a bit of difficulty in trying to maintain a list value through Gaia's Cliff, especially if there's going to be walking. And there was something else to that I wanted to mention. I can't remember. Also, it's probably very likely that you could just do a manip using Bone Village. You just go to Bone Village, do a dig, pull up the mop. And you should have a guaranteed list value. List and stone value. But what I was gonna say was, I took your idea of doing the hard reset outside of Icicle Inn because it does yield some pretty good Gigas formations. The route isn't finished towards the end of it, because like I was saying, one of the things I feel sketchy about is the formations of like entry into Crater. So I haven't come up with a good way. Well, regardless of the Amagurkin, there are 0 encounter manips that you can do outside of the cave that exists now. Like, the no-slots runners do it all the time. So they exist regardless. But also there's an encounter skip that I have right there as the final encounter there before the hard reset. Yeah, the way that they do it has to do with, like, in a sense, it is counting, like, arm swings. And then using that to do menus. But I think they have them consistent enough for no slots that that they can 0 encounter all the way to icicles. Or Icicle Inn.
Might want to look around some.
You gotta... Did I never loot this? I feel like I did. Or maybe it got added when I downloaded something. Bronco to Coral sounded a little more difficult with the setup because you're starting off in the Bronco. And you have to exit the Bronco on a particular pixel. Which was one of the reasons why I wanted to try and do a reset there, in addition to also getting the Wondercatcher manip, which I have since just opted not to do. I think the better thing, it's still like a meanie thing that you could do then, but I think that trying to land a single frame in that section probably has diminishing returns if you fail it, versus doing Super Dunk for 22 shots, which will get you 60 GP. Or you just go for just 21 shots and you get 30. In live runs, I've seen enough failings of it that it makes me hesitant. I've seen now Morningcraft fail it a few times, a couple of times recently, and Dash failed it quite a bit. in the past. I don't know about recently. So, given that now there's going to be a timer involved with it too, I suspect that it would be more iffy. True. I mean, if it fails, you get an encounter. Maybe 2, but I agree. It's not the end of the world. It's deep enough in the run that it's not the end of the world. Meet Yennefer at the Magic Cataclysm site. Let's just...
As Yennefer of Vengerberg told it, there had been a magic explosion in Skellige. Related to Ciri's reappearance, it had destroyed a vast swath of forest. Geralt set out for the Isles to join the sorcerers and seek further clues of Ciri's whereabouts. The druid Ermion, however, had no intention
what
of
I
letting Yennefer
also what I
examine
think
woods.
the magic
So
number
Geralt
is
and Yen sought
you
out
want
Jarl
to
Thack
get
Crate,
5
who helped break
dazers
down the druid's
from the
resolve.
Aerith grind, or the Eris limit grind. And then beyond that, nice. It's ringing now. Beyond that, you might only want to get a max of 2 during Cloud's grind. So it's not imperative that you get it, but you only want, like, minimum you'll want 1. And then maximum you'll want 2. The 2 makes it just so that duping is a little easier for you, but duping's going to be way faster than stealing it during the limit grinding. Yeah, 5 is the average for that grind. I think I've seen you got like 2 or 3 before, and I think in one of my practice sessions I did have only 3, and that can be rough. Alternatively, you could just hyper Cloud, but given he's going to have way more health than before, it's going to be much harder. I've gotten some unlucky grinds, but sometimes you get like 7 or even 8 or 9. Just depends how the RNG plays out. Yeah, I think though, in the same way with the Eris grind, probably 5 is the most that you'll want to get, because then after that, you're just losing time to steals. Steals are like 4-second animations. Yeah, I think getting the kills... Yeah, exactly. And you can always check. Since you have another character there that can just check during the Aqualung animations, you just check to see how many dazers you get. What was the other thing I was going to say? Oh, yeah, I get more fights in Mount Coral because then you're going to get a few extra levels that, A, you can have Eris survive Aqualung, so you don't have to switch her out of party while you're doing, like when you're going to the world map, because she'll have to be in your party during Dine to do the Healing Wind grind for the laser fight. And obviously, because she's getting hit with lasers, she's going to want the E-skills. Oh yeah, that's another thing. Menus are probably a little clunky. So I never resolved the Costa del Sol menu because I gave Cloud the E-skills and then I had to take them off and give it to Eris. you have so much time to check that it shouldn't be problematic. But I understand where you're coming from. Like, between Aqualung and the victory animation, you have and you have to wait 5 seconds anyway. Then that you have so much time between all of that to be able to check for your next IGT. And if you're already on your first IGT, it doesn't take much scrolling because you're only ever going to be in the fight for less than a minute. And there's not, like, the IGTs are spread out enough that you might only go down a couple lines. Anyway. Let's get to Yen. Let's just be sure that I got everything done. I think I have all the quests done. Yeah, those are all races or Gwent. I can't get to Kaer Morhen. And all we have is Yen. That will vary from person to person, though. Some people are going to be better at finding their next manip quickly. I just think that, like, if you're looking... I think probably for Cloud's manip, that makes more sense because... or at least, sorry, with the everyone manip, that probably makes more sense because the fights are going to not only go faster, but also you're going to have a lot more times closer together and you're going to have to look at it. I feel like with maybe even with Cloud but with Eris for sure, like the times are going to be so spread out. Like it's going to be very rare that you're going to have times that are like a couple seconds apart that you need to pick between like 2 times. Like most of the time you're going to be like, okay, I need to hit this time. This is the time that's on my timer right now. And you just need to remember, like, okay, I have to hold or not buffer. Or up, down. Like, that's really, like, the mental process you're going to have to go through is, I'm going to have to close it this time. Is it up, down, left, right? And how many menus?
But I've got good reason.
I hold Ciri-Deer too. You know this damn well. But the Mask of Orboros is no trifle. Have you any idea what could happen if it is used? Any idea of the consequences?
No, but neither do you. So stop panicking.
Can hear you two clear on the other side of the island.
Good. May all Skellige know Jennifer of Vengerberg is a common thief.
Control yourself, Druid. I haven't stolen anything. I've merely borrowed something and fully intend to return it.
Ha! A generosity. Just one small problem. Once used, the mask is rendered completely worthless. Not to mention the risk you'll bury us alive, and all the Isles with us.
Barry, what are you talking about?
She's not told you? Might have expected as much. The myth is that Orboros created the mask when the envious seas swallowed his beloved. Unable to bear the prospect that he would never again see his betrothed, Orboros made the mask, which would allow him to peer into the past. He knew, however, that he could only use it once. So he waited. Waited until his longing grew so strong that it became unbearable. When the sea learnt of the mask, it was quick to respond. It made known its threat that whosoever used the mask would bring the sea's wrath down on them. For in vengeance, the sea would rise and flood all the lands and drown the living.
So, no one's ever used the mask?
No, but...
So you don't actually know if it works, how it works?
Of course I do. The myths tell me.
You believe the myths?
Only ignorant fools belittle their significance. Besides, it's not the myths that are on trial here. It's the thief.
On the one hand, a theft. On the other, Ciri's life.
I also care deeply for the girl. I proposed a series of other methods. Yennefer refused to listen. She claimed they would take too long. Whereas she needs immediate results. She has always been hot-headed.
True. At least this time she's got a valid reason for it.
Never mind that she might bring... What? What was that? No. Yennefer's used the mask. Quickly! Follow me! We must neutralize the mask! Mutant power!
Let's see.
Great. What was that?
Unicorns.
Damn it, Yen. I saw the foglets. I meant how'd they get here.
The power of the mask summoned them.
Ermion says the mask might cause a natural disaster.
Fortunate he's here then. He can jump right in, try to tame it.
Realize he won't let this pass.
Oh, I'll survive, somehow.
Okay, hold on. You're getting Gothic 2 vibes? I've never played Gothic 2. But yeah, I've heard so much about this. It's a pretty fun game. If you're trying to not be spoiled, this is a major story quest, and I would suggest that maybe avoid at all costs. Amazing PC classics? Alright, I'll take a look at them.
Ermion says the mask might cause a natural disaster.
Fortunate he's here then. He can jump right in, try to tame it.
Realize he won't let this pass.
Oh, I'll survive, somehow.
What now?
The mask reveals the past, but only in certain places. Places where past events left a strong magical imprint. Take it.
Want me to wear it?
Yes. I'll cast a spell that will let me see through your eyes.
You're gonna read my mind?
Gonna read my mind again?
You object?
Yes.
You know I don't like it.
Let it go. I just want to see what happened. Besides, you know there are things I'd rather not know about you. Let's go. Already found the first spot.
You have a new quest item. Prepare for use by placing it in an appropriate spot in the inventory panel button, and selecting the quick access. Okay. Watching the gameplay while multitasking on my PC and letting ADHD take the wheel. The Gothic series is going to look very dated compared to this, but it is so good. I understand that that is subjective. Oh. Let me take my other eye drops. I understand that that is subjective too, because I had been encouraged about the Wizardry series, and I finally got to Wizardry 1 on Gaming Through the Ages for the NES. And I felt so lost. I felt like... Let me put it this way. I felt like if I had read a manual, and in the manual it explained... like only a couple of things. I wasn't even looking for very much, but only a few things I was curious about. Was related to I can't even remember now. I'd have to like watch the VOD again to remember what I was curious about. But I felt like I just needed like very basic understanding of certain things. And I felt like if I knew that, I probably would be less confused about the combat, about like how I'm supposed to order my party, and like what some of the stats meant and things like that. But I always hear about like I always heard whenever I was going through like on MD streams and hearing about the Wizardry series and seeing Turtle and MD talking about it, I'm like, man, this sounds like it's a good game. Like, it sounds like, you know, it's a hard game, but a good one. And I just felt so confused that I couldn't enjoy it. Okay, one. There we go, that's... I don't think I'm gonna finish this out, but it's only good for 12 hours, so...
Is it the one that's us in the video?
No, this is the one that's during the day. It's this one during the day, the more viscous one at night. Mm-hmm. So you say it's so good, so I'm just wondering, because I've heard the same description for Wizardry, and I'm curious. That's the thing about nostalgia too. It's better experience if it's a game you have fond memories of. Fair. Fog.
This is the spot. Put on the mask.
Any instructions?
Keep it on until we've seen everything. And don't stray far. Everything's limited in range.
What's that? A portal?
2 people emerged from it.
The woman was Ciri.
How can you know?
The way she moved, like a witcher. Seems they went that way.
Come, let's find the next spot.
Oh, there's an idiot there.
Ready? Use the mask. Watch out!
What was that?
A magic explosion of some sort. So powerful that even the echo was dangerous. I wager it destroyed the forest.
But Ciri and her companion weren't harmed. I saw them escape.
Let's see where to.
The place is creepy. I don't like it.
Nor do I.
Anyone here when this happened had a slim chance of surviving.
I know what you're thinking, but don't worry. Ciri can take care of herself. Don the mask.
Someone chased Ciri. See that? Might have wounded her.
She escaped through another portal.
Know where it led?
Magic residue trail leads to Velen.
Any chance you can figure out where Ciri's companion fled to? His portal's gotta be nearby.
I'll try to find it. Come.
Damn, I thought that this would be after that section, so now I'm confused.
What section?
Like, we just did Velen and Novigrad, so we got the progression of events that led from there. Like, oh, Ciri came to Velen, and then, you know, was wounded, and then went somewhere, healed, and then went to Novigrad, and then we went there, and then she, like, portaled, and I thought, oh, with the portal, she probably came here, and, like, or with the magical explosion where she teleported and then came here, and it's seeming like that's not the case. It's seeming like this was the first of the events.
Yeah.
So now I'm under the impression, what even led her here in the first place?
This I did not know.
Exactly. But now the other question is, where did she go with that explosion? This I did not know.
Well, ready? Use the mask.
Nice fight.
One repelled the other with powerful magic, then fled through a portal.
A mage?
Most likely. It's Ciri's companion and the one who wounded her.
How do you know?
I don't. Making an educated guess. They both appeared in the previous visions.
Ciri's got a powerful ally. The mage who was with Ciri fled too. Know where?
His trace path leads to Velen as well. But the target coordinates of his portal differ from those of Ciri's. The explosion must have disrupted his teleportation.
Ran into Kira Metz in Velen. Coincidence maybe, but she claimed a mage came to her looking for Ciri. Be surprised if it wasn't the same one.
Whoever he is, he grows more interesting by the minute.
Maybe something left of the one who got hit by the spell.
It's clearing up,
Ermion must be getting a handle on the weather.
which means he'll be free to attack us again.
Are you pleased with yourselves? Look at what you've brought down on us. If someone's death were to help you find Ciri, would you start making human sacrifices as well?
Relax. Storm's died down. You've clearly got things under control.
For now. But who knows what will be a week or two on?
Stop panicking! Here's your mask.
It is worthless. It's an unwieldy ashtray at best. I hope you've learned something useful at least.
Very.
I'm talking to Geralt. You I'll deal with later. So?
We think a powerful curse was cast here.
Plausible. Considering what happened to the wood. Do you know upon whom?
Not yet, but we know Ciri was here. She stepped out of a portal. A mage was with her. Someone chased them. They fought. Ciri was wounded but managed to escape.
Where to?
Velen, probably. The mage opened a portal for her, then he fought her attacker.
Yes? Is that it?
Got a feeling we found something interesting. Just need to examine one more thing.
Oh, does it really not work anymore?
So?
Broken.
Something's pinned under that tree. Can you...
I can.
Armor's clean. No blood, no sword nicks. Ciri's friend must have... what do you call it?
Vaporized him.
Exquisite. The armor. Oh, the workmanship's unfamiliar. Can't even tell where it's from.
Probably because it belonged to a rider of the Wild Hunt.
What? So it's true? The Wild Hunt? I feared as much. First here, then on Hindersfjall. What did they want?
They're looking for Ciri.
But Why?
Elder blood flows in Ciri's veins.
'Tis true, she can trace her lineage clear back to Lara Duran, which is why the women in her family have always had extraordinary abilities. But could that truly be so important?
Ciri's exceptional. She travels between places here and other worlds. Space is no obstacle for her.
Huh?
Which is why the Wild Hunt wants to capture her. Speaking of the hunt, mentioned it appeared on Hindersfjall.
Well, it happened at least a fortnight after the cataclysm struck here on Ardskellig. The raids raided Lofoten at dusk in a blizzard. Itself a strange occurrence for that time of year. The islanders said the wraiths. They barged into their huts, killed anyone who resisted, then galloped inland, laughing fiendishly.
Anyone survive?
A dozen or so women and an old man.
Next stop, Hindersfjall.
I'll meet you on the beach near Lofoten.
Wait, can't we go together? Right now?
But you detest being teleported.
Don't exactly like potions either, but I drink them when I have to.
You also drink them when there's no need at all. Very well. Let's go. Stay close to me.
Good luck to you. Inform me once you've learned anything new.
I detest drinking potions as well. When I don't have, but I drink them when I have to. I had to remember what the line was because I was just like, that was so ridiculous that
Quite
it
a
was
few
funny.
years since I was last on Hindersfjall. But if I remember correctly, Lofoten should be this way.
Remembering that one time
Raised
you're like,
huts and fresh graves.
you interrupted her.
This must be it.
Gathering of some kind. We've come at a bad time.
There's no good time to talk about the Wild Hunt.
You ready for beer? Okay. I decided it would be a swell idea while repairing my face buttons to cut the trace of my select button. Trace is literally right next to the solder point for the B button. Also, hello. And I'm guessing that now you have a problem because you broke the trace. Also, hello as well. Cheers. So creamy. Smooth. I don't know. Let the fan go. I just got a new SP today. I feel like you're going through them so fast. Where are we anyway? Feels brand new, like what the fuck? Probably because whoever got it just didn't use it that often. I was like, a quest, but I forgot that's the race one. It's like no one ever played it, or like minimally played it. Like, to be fair, here in America,
Ritual of some kind.
I'm sure that there were some
There
families.
is no such thing.
Hold on, I don't want to
Dear
miss
sisters, pardon the interruption, but we've an important matter to discuss.
this. When there's a dialogue choice, I'll
commemorating the
I'll
dead.
explain my idea.
So,
And we're looking for someone who's still alive. Please, this is urgent.
Then speak.
Okay. Trace is fixable, but it's out of my scope. Micro soldering is a thing I can't do. Interesting. Cutting traces is a great idea. It definitely makes your buttons more functional. The thing is probably McGurkin. Just so you understand, McGurkin, the Game Boy Advance SP uses dome switches that need to be installed in a certain way, and I'm sure that what JRP probably did is he's trying to get a good functional solder in for the Switch that also didn't damage anything around it. But I don't know exactly why you would break the trace intentionally. But what I was gonna say, JRP, is that here in America, like, at least when I was growing up, there were definitely some people that, when it came to handheld stuff, were definitely like, no, the handheld is only for when you're on road trips. Or, like, out of the house. And so, like, there are some that have, like, minimal hours on them. Anyway.
They say the Wild Hunt destroyed this village.
That is true, though few believe us. You don't either, I'm sure. Did you see riders on skeleton horses, wearing frost-covered armor?
Aye, that's how it was. They landed on our shores in a ship made of the claws of dead men, like in the ballads. Leif yelled to grab the children. Then they came, cut him across his face. He tried to whisper, only blood came out.
You were to ask about someone, not prod their wounds. That's enough.
What happened then?
Yen, leave her alone.
You don't understand. If we can learn where...
I understand, and I'm still asking you to stop.
You're right.
Get to the point. Now.
Yeah, them being handheld gaming systems, I can imagine there are a lot of, like, new ones out there. My GBA machines are in fact the same condition as the toilet. Do you just, like, piss on them after a drink of, or a night of drinking? They get played excessively to the point the switches fall.
We're looking for a young woman, name of Ciri. Ashen hair, green eyes.
I'm sorry. She is not here.
unless she lies in a grave. That is, I do not recall one by that name. But I've buried so many, I may have forgotten.
This Ciri, has she a scar here on her cheek?
Yes, what happened to her?
Don't know. Saw her but for a moment, right before it all. She was in the stables with Craven. 1,000 curses upon him.
Interesting.
Why don't we believe Craven?
I don't know. We're gonna find out. Unless I was extremely particular about how it performs, I would probably end up just investing one that is built from scratch with an FPGA. McGurkin, JRP here runs and is like a very contended speedrunner for the GBA Metroid games. And since they're very technical based on movement, not only does JRP here Frankenstein some parts together for his GBA SPs, but also has gone through a lot of them in the manner of getting one, or getting like workable setups going.
Remember anything else? Anything at all?
Only that she seemed tired. Very tired. And her hair was wet.
Great. So we know she bathed. Progress.
I'm sorry,
Craven.
My apologies. Craven. Craven could have told you more.
They call him Craven because of something. His name is not Craven. I see. Exactly, and it might not even be legit. Like, from what I know, McGurkin, the way that they have, and actually, it's possible that there's an alternative that you can do, but like for most of the GBA Metroid games, they play off of a Game Boy player through their GameCube, because the Game Boy player is basically a Game Boy Advance that is built into an accessory that can mate with your GameCube. I'm sure you could probably use like an adapter to a Super Nintendo controller, but I think one reason that I know that JRP really likes using the GBA SP is because of the dome switches. And funny enough, McGurkin, I'm trying to build a controller around that, because the idea is that the dome switches, imagine it's the same type of switch that's in your car keys when you're unlocking your car. So that like feedback that you get with the click is the same feedback that he's getting in his button pushes. You okay? Okay. And so they're very precise. They're usually very long life. Yeah, exactly.
This Craven you mentioned, does he have a name?
He did. Until the Elders struck him from the Saga of Ancestors.
It's as if he has ceased to exist. The lore forbids anyone from touching him, speaking to him, even uttering his name.
What did he do to deserve that?
He fled from the Wild Hunt. He alone.
We need to talk to him, even if it's not in keeping with your customs.
You've come too late. He went to the garden to fight Morkvag.
Oh, Jesus. Okay, well, a dream come true. Yeah, I will be working on that, McGurkin. So, like, it may take some time because there's a lot of mechanical aspects I'm not familiar with. So just so you understand, McGurkin, I'm an electrical engineer by trade. And my girlfriend is also a computer engineer. So, like, the electrical aspect of the controller, we've already kind of, like, have a good idea of the design. And it should be very quick to implement. It's now the mechanical portions, because neither of us have really any mechanical engineering background. That's going to be the more complicated thing to like design on the controller. So I'm like a controller shell. I mean, like if I were to make, I'm also trying to make it a turbo controller. So like trying to come up with a controller, like if it was just only what I was saying in a PS1 controller shell would have worked perfectly, but yeah. And also no worries, I understand. GBSP is good. It's nearly impossible to hit unintentional D-pad angles. Most of my messages have at least one spelling mistake. Spell long mistake? You did that intentionally.
A coward who willingly seeks battle? Am I the only one who sees the contradiction?
That's why he did it. Craven knew he would prove the Elders wrong only if he killed Morkvarg.
And thus regain his honor and his name.
Trial by ordeal. Very Skelligan.
I do not mock your laws. Please also respect ours.
But yeah, McGurkin, I'll be working on it and I'll try and figure it out. So far, it sounds like both you and Dash would be interested, and so I will work on something for it and figure it out.
This Morkvarg, half man, half wolf,
Yes,
won't bother you anymore. Already killed it.
I know. Craven went there before you, but is yet to return.
Didn't see him in the garden. Doesn't bode well. Don't know if there's much point in going there.
Even if he's dead, we could find some clues near his body.
Let's hope. Thanks for your help.
I understand you intend to enter the garden. I dislike it when foreigners enter the sacred grounds. But so be it.
Custom demands pilgrims make an offering of their own blood before the tree. Craven surely did so. Unless he lacked not only courage, but respect for Freyr as well.
You needn't worry about us. Geralt and I always give the gods the respect they're due.
Sure you do.
Right. It's especially a problem with the Kiwami D-pads, as Blink found out. Oh yeah, that's right. That is an issue. I did have an issue with the D-pad with that, but the thing that gave me more issue with that was the way that the turbo is handled on that controller. Because I don't like the way that the turbo button cycles between turbo and auto fire, and normal, and you also have to push the button that you want to turbo when you do it, so it will turbo those buttons only as long as they're pushed. I kind of like the idea of having individual switches for the button you want to turbo. And so I'm going to work something out. And a lot of the issue that I've seen with different controllers that I've tried, because I've also tried very old school controllers, you either run into the issue where they only have one speed of turbo, which won't work because all PSX games run on different frame rates. And so you run into the issue that they might not be compatible. Not only that, you run into the issue that I mentioned, that maybe the turbos are not great, or you're missing turbo for your D-pad, which would be important for some games like Final Fantasy IX. Or you have the issue that the Kiwami did, where the D-pad kind of sucks, and you can get unintentional inputs. Or you run into the issue with the programming thing, where it only programs certain buttons, and you have to cycle through the turbo. Oh, really? Okay, so it's even worse then. Oh, nice. I never even tried it for that.
I'd like to take my work home.
I thought it did, because I thought I did use turbo on the up at one point, and it did work.
I'm afraid you don't like her. The very concept of it. I asked you once to move to Vengerberg for me. Remember? Was that ever a row?
Yeah, those were the days.
There's a thing here that I've never gotten. It said there's guarded treasure right there. That wasn't a question mark for me before. I'm missing some? What? I did try out the frequency. They were correct, but it could be that they may be reversed than what the controller says. They all work. So there was 30, 15, and 8, I think is the other one, because it didn't do 7. And I tried it. The way that I tried it was I did I duped some speed sources and I just turboed them in the menu. If I put 240 volts AC straight into my SNES, that would allow me to PB. Oh, alright.
Sure.
Yep. Just do that. I think you'll get good results.
Ivy-covered walls, a mysterious garden. Shame we're not here under different circumstances.
That was the end of the quest? Jesus.
So, where shall we start?
Let's go to that tree the sisters mentioned.
Plan to bleed yourself for the goddess?
Not necessarily, but Craven did. We just might pick up his scent.
Fancy. Yeah, there's a wolf there. He's not, he's an angry wolf. Okay.
Wind's howling.
SNES is weird. It has a full bridge rectifier. It can accept AC and DC. Do it with mine. It'll definitely work because mine's made for 100 volt outlets. More voltage will make the APU run hotter and go faster. Obviously, classic SNES. So fuck. You guys are hilarious. But I didn't know about the full bridge rectifier situation in the SNES. That's interesting.
Craven was here. Look, the impression. Kneeled down on one knee and cut himself to make the offering. Bloodstains. See them?
No. I may be inhumanly beautiful, but I don't have superhuman senses. Not like you.
Which is why you should stay up here. You can't help me track him, so I don't see any reason for you to go down there.
You're right. Besides, trudging through mud in these hills would be murder.
Thought you might object.
Me? Please. I can be extraordinarily conciliatory.
Yen, look me in the eye. What are you plotting?
Many things. How to seize the Temerian crown, how to sell Kaer Morhen out from under you. Go already!
I'm a weeb and went with an SFC because I want problems, specifically not having the correct outlet problems. I thought you were gonna say that you wanted other problems, like on the order of hardware failures and stuff because of prototype. Hello? Where the fuck is his footprints? I'm trying to find them, but it seems like the game has other issues with me.
Yennefer's suspicions proved true. Ciri had appeared in Skellige. She'd arrived from another world together with a masked mage. She and the mage had fought the Wild Hunt before fleeing through portals that carried them to Velen. There, one trail ended, another began. A good time later, the Wild Hunt had reappeared on Hindusfjall, meaning Ciri, too, might have returned to Skellige.
Oh! So I might... Oh! Okay. Yeah, I've been seeing that a lot of the early model Super Famicom have also been having a lot of hardware issues now. Extra 20 volts of America. I have no idea. I don't expect that that's actually a problem. I think that once you like consider the outlet has enough the power cable has enough circuitry inside that giant block that should manage the power appropriately. You might like wear it out, but I don't think it ever ends up becoming a problem to the console. Yeah, I think if anything, you just might lower the life expectancy of that that block, and that's about it. I don't think otherwise it has any other issues. So wait, is Japan... Are Japanese outlets only 100 volts instead of 120?
Light, Prince. Craven trod carefully.
Can I inhale? No. Okay, so I do have to follow the footprints. I see, I didn't know that. I knew of 240 hertz from, like, Europe and now Australia. But yeah, I don't expect, because the giant plug is going to be handling a lot of the excessive power. It's going to probably have components that are going to die sooner because of that extra 20 volts. Because they're working harder. Like, they might be maximally rated for that, but then the extra voltage over time is going to be more power and more strain on those parts. So if that plug could have lasted 50 years, it might last only 20 or 30. Without, like, you replacing some of the components. Yeah, it makes sense.
Looks like Morkvar got bored of sneaking around and attacked. Craven's blood. Craven was injured, started running. Craven's blood. Craven's blood.
Oh, jeez, come on.
Craven's blood.
Because I'm looking at the same thing. Hold on.
Prince lead to the well. Guess Craven didn't want to be eaten. Preferred to drown.
Craven's blood.
Oh, that went down weird.
Lol.
Symbol of Freya.
What do you say in here?
Yeah.
Cool body parts, and that's all you say?
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Okay, never mind. For welders, we typically use 220. Yeah, 220 probably makes sense. I've heard 220 as a standard here.
Roots. Hey, can you hear me?
Geralt, you scared me.
Sorry, didn't mean to.
I hope not. Let me know once you find Craven.
Craven's blood. The weak we use 480 volts. I have heard 480 as well. The plug for them is gigantic, and it's a huge pain to disconnect. I can understand, because you probably don't want it to get loose.
Craven's blood.
Yep. Yeah, because at that point, like, there's probably a lot of power, and so you don't want it to get loose and then potential arcing. Oh. He bled out.
Damn. Dead. Has been for a while.
Yen, found him.
And?
And I've seen rot fiends in better condition than this.
Shit. If Fine, scrape together what you can and haul the bits up here.
Yen, there's no point.
There's no point in discussing this through a grate. We'll talk when you get here, all right?
That's Yen, charming as ever. Come on, someone wants to meet you.
Putrefaction set in. But the vocal cords are intact. We might still get something out of him.
Doesn't look like the talkative type.
Anyone can be made to talk. Even a corpse. One must simply know how.
Thought necromancy was strictly forbidden.
So is premarital sex. But I'm not about to be bothered by such foolishness.
That was quite a line. What?
Mm-hmm.
What did he say?
He said that necromancy was not allowed. Forbidden.
Oh my god.
Black magic's no joke. Casting those spells never ends well. Never.
I don't like it any more than you do, believe me. But the thought that Ciri is in danger, I like that even less.
I understand. Still doesn't give us the right to...
Geralt, please. This is not the time to debate ethics.
Need any ingredients for the spell?
The blood of a newborn, a virgin's tongue, and the eye of a newt.
Mind trying again without the sarcasm?
I don't need a thing. I'm a sorceress, not a village herbalist. All I need is energy. A great deal of energy. We're very lucky this place is saturated with magic.
It's also considered sacred. Priestesses will be furious if you use the garden's power to revive a corpse.
Geralt, you're getting on my nerves. I offer you solutions, you try to poke holes in them.
Geralt, I need an adult.
I'm not poking holes, just thinking about the consequences. How about you? Given them any thought?
No. Geralt, I'll say it again. We're short on time. Ciri is short on time. Fine. You busy yourself pouting. I'll handle the rest.
Selene, Defrain! Selene, Davidar!
You can definitely see the color in her eyes when it does close-ups like that. I feel like the Netflix version made it so weird with her eye color.
Are you Craven of Lofoten?
No, I have a name. I am Scar.
You died in battle. You've recovered.
Geralt, this is not the time to cheer up a corpse. A young woman. Ashen hair, green eyes. What happened to her?
She's wise. They cursed me.
I don't care about that. What happened to her? What was she doing here? Speak!
No!
Speak! Speak!
She fell almost drowned.
She needs energy, so get aphrodisiacs. Got it. Oh, I guess she... Yeah, so she's gonna, like, teleport in. Or probably fall from the sky.
Help me. Help us both. Ciri. Zirael. Can you hear me?
I can.
I must leave you now. We will meet beneath drowned dead rock. Can you remember? Repeat it.
Drowned. Dead rock.
That's all we're gonna get.
You're awake. And I thought you'd...
Where am I? And who are you?
It's all right. You're on Hindersfjall, village of Lofoten. They call me Skjal.
But how'd I... What?
We fished you out of the sea. Me and that friend of yours.
How long did I lie there?
All day nearabouts. 'Twas morn when we brought you in. Night's near come now.
Damn. Too long.
You needed the rest. Desperately. Been through a lot, eh? Got some nasty, fresh-looking scars.
What's this? Did you undress me?
I'd no choice. Soaked through you were, and I had to see if you had any wounds that needed tending.
Mm-hmm. And if my breasts needed smearing with fox tallow?
Nay, that was Mum and Sis. I'd never dare. I swear. On my honor.
Easy. I believe you. And where is he? My friend.
Stepped out a while ago. Said he needed to find a boat. Why does he wear that mask? Something not right with his mug?
No. He simply doesn't like others to see it. Help me stand.
I don't think you should...
Less talk, more giving me a hand.
Ah, that's me brother for you. Out of sight for a second, and he's already put his paws on a girl.
Astrid, you're as dim as dishwater. You know perfectly well I'm helping her up.
It's a shame, I know, but I've got to interrupt your courtship. Come, we're off to the sauna.
Where?
Why is your mouth agape like you're noodling for an eel? The sauna. Girl, you was blue as a whale when we brought you in here. Your blood needs thawing.
Really, there's no need. I feel fine now.
Hey, fine? You can't stand on your own 2 feet. And it's no surprise with your muscles frozen stiff. But don't you worry. Mum and I will take care of you.
I'm sorry, but I must get to Drowned Dead Rock as fast as possible.
Shan't force you to stay. But the rock's a ways off and you can barely walk. You best take a horse.
True. Skjal can prepare a horse for you. You'll have to wait a spell, but even so, you'll get there faster than on foot.
Fine, that'll do. Thank you both very much.
Pish posh, there's no need. Now come, we gotta sweat the sick out of you.
Where are my clothes?
I've taken them already. Come on.
McGurkin mentioned a joke. Wait, McGurkin, I noticed your name's not LePickle anymore.
Man in the mask.
So this is how people used Siri in the old days. Must have been crazy doing it without an iPhone.
It's from afar, isn't he?
Oh yes. From very far away.
Where exactly?
Aren't you nosy?
Surprised? Been sitting in this fish puddle me whole life. I'd love to travel like you.
Like me? No, you wouldn't like that. Trust me.
I'm JRP.
Not like that. Keep your elbow up, or your arrow go astray. I know, but my arm hurts. Good. Means your muscles are working. And mind the string don't catch on your nose. Ha! I know!
Your name needs to now be changed to JRP 240 AC. Just like I need to be I blink 60 dB. I'm way past the figure out a way to rebrand my channel arc.
Alright, in you go and get out of those rags.
All of them?
I should think so.
Leave your clothes in the changing room. How the heck do I do that? There's not like an inventory. Okay.
Let's go. I'm getting goose pimples.
That's totally necessary.
Finally. I was so worried you'd...
Ah, Mum, you always worry. Everything's fine, ain't it?
Yes, it's fine.
Good.
She has a flower
good.
tattoo.
What's on your thigh, child? Not a bruise.
This? No, it's a tattoo.
So it is. A red rose. It mean anything?
Okay. So that scene earlier would be hilarious with the phone that has Siri picking up all the dialogue. Well, I can't unsee that. Can't unsee what?
You get old lady.
No, I was young and drunk.
It's a souvenir of someone special who's dead now.
I picture it already. You were promised to a handsome lad. He gave you a red rose before.
Oh, he's talking about the old lady.
The cruel sea
Yeah, that's what I just
swallowed him.
said.
I didn't not hear that.
I said naked old lady.
Child. Those bards have stuffed your head with their foolish romances. Here we are gabbing away. Steam's gone. Gotta douse the coals.
Wrinkly boobs.
Say, back home, have you got saunas too?
You know, I don't really have a home. I'm a traveler.
Ah, that's right. Where was your ship headed?
Ship?
We fished you out of the sea. We thought you were in a shipwreck.
Yes, my ship. We set sail from Novigrad.
And what brings you to Skellige?
I'm here looking for someone.
Not your betrothed, I hope.
Why?
It'd break Skjal's heart. He's head over heels for you, girl. Sat at your bedside all the day, staring like he was painted by a master.
Astrid, I asked you not to tell her.
Oops. Well, now the milk's spilt. Do you fancy Skjal?
You know, I wonder if that is the canon option.
Probably.
I could see that. I don't know. Maybe Siri's bi. Maybe it's a both. But I don't know.
Well, he seems nice.
Oh my. He's that bad?
Leave it, Astrid. Who she likes is her affair, and it's not to you.
Listen, it's lovely sitting here with you, but I really must go now.
I understand. Who'd want to stay in this hole? We're all related 3 times over, and the air stinks of fish.
I can't see how you're related to anyone here. No one in Lofoten groans and bitches quite like you do. Sit down and be quiet. Child, Skjald's certain to have readied the horses by now. But before you go, you ought to take a quick jump in the water. It'll do you good.
I suppose. Why not?
Head through the door and you'll see the pier. Be careful, it's slippery.
Thank you once more.
And once more, there's no need. God's bless your journey.
McGurk, that third option, Lamau.
Mm-hmm. What's the point of a sauna?
You go in the sauna to sweat, and then you jump in the water to cool yourself off. And then apparently you drink a shot to warm yourself back up. I've never heard of the drinking a shot, though. And now she's gonna be like, tipsy. Nope. Interesting.
It's just a shot.
I don't know how old Ciri is, or how light she is. What would this option have been? I'm just curious. Oh, interesting. Yeah, she's fully dressed. I thought she might have still had the bandage. Shut up, Mom. Is she gonna go tell Ciri to pack an extra pair of underwear too? Alright, gotta wake up early for work. Have a good night, Blink. You too, McGurkin. Nice talking to you after a long hiatus. See you around soon again.
Storms are coming.
Oh, what time is it?
Tell her to take the
How about at the top of the hour when I go on a walk?
Oh, you're here. The horses are ready.
As am I. Shall we ride?
Listen,
The horses are ready.
my sister, she didn't talk any nonsense to you, did she?
No. Except to mention that you fancy me.
What? But I asked her... Besides, it's not... Of course, you are very... But... You know what? Let's ride. You're in a hurry and it'll be dark soon.
I'm not in that much of a hurry. Your first kiss, wasn't it?
Of course it weren't. Aye. Me first.
We don't have much time. But it's enough for you to learn a few things.
Run for your lives!
You stay here! I'll go and...
I can look after myself.
What was that?
The Wild Hunt.
Ragnarok? The world's end?
No, not yet. But I must go. They're here for me.
Get on the horse. I'll show you the way to the rock.
You should stay. See to Astrid, your mum.
Afterwards. Once I'm sure you'll make it. Let's go!
Oh, that's why they all thought that he was, that he was a Craven, yeah.
Faster! Faster! They're catching up!
Mm-hmm. Bum, bum, bum.
What?
The heck is that?
What became of that creature? Where is he?
Stop!
What?
I saw him at Stonan, but he sold him.
To whom?
Don't know.
Begone.
To tell them. Clear my name.
Begone, I say.
Tree's gonna be withering now.
Could have shown some sympathy for the boy.
That was no boy, Geralt. It was a hunk of rotting, rancid flesh that spoke through my magic,
Didn't just speak. It howled in pain.
I know it seemed real, but it was no longer human. Do you understand? Nice of you to be so concerned for the corpse. Much more than you were for me.
Yen, are you all right?
I'm splendid. I'd feel even better if I hadn't had to remind you to ask that question.
Could have shown some sympathy for...
That was...
Didn't just...
I know it seemed... nice of you to be so concerned for the...
What happened to the garden?
It died. Like I said, a spell. It requires a great deal of energy.
You knew it would end like this, didn't you? Didn't consider it worth mentioning?
No. I knew you'd protest. Your sense of decency is charming, but it does get in the way sometimes. Geralt, I know we should talk, but not here, all right? I don't wish to stay a moment longer.
The garden! Our garden! How could you? We helped! And you! Inconceivable!
Now.
Don't you dare try to calm me. We'd every right to be furious. Furious! And you will pay for this.
I'm sorry.
Is that all? Will you say nothing else?
Nothing that would help.
I shall make sure all Skellige hears what you did here.
Wait. I did this. I alone. Geralt tried to stop me. I refused to listen.
I might have known. They warned me about you. Sorceresses. None shall open their door to you. None shall feed your hunger, and none shall tend to your wounds.
Yeah, screw you, Yen.
Yen, you didn't have to do that.
But I wanted to. I'd rather not talk about it. We must focus on what Skal told us.
Key to finding Ciri is that ugly thing Skjall saw on the beach. That's what I think. You know, I saw something, or someone who looked just like that.
Where?
In Velen, at a castle until recently ruled by a self-proclaimed baron, now controlled by his right-hand man, Sergeant Ardle.
You must go and get the creature. I don't know, buy him, kidnap him.
The thing's clearly cursed. Its mind is a jumble. Can't have anything resembling a normal conversation with it.
Grumbling won't get us anywhere. All will be well. A curse, please. Nothing a sorceress and a witcher couldn't handle. Now, tell me, do you... No, never mind.
You were gonna ask me something. What was it?
Tell me, do you think... Is there a chance that thing might be Ciri? That, well, she's been transformed by some curse?
Don't even want to think about it.
Geralt, we must.
Might be. From what I know, she was looking to cure a powerful curse while in Novigrad. But I'll lose it if I try to deal with that possibility now. We have to do what we can, see what happens. Didn't learn much, though we can be sure Ciri's not in Skellige anymore. Not in Velen or Novigrad either. She's disappeared. Again.
Perhaps we should re-examine what we've learned. We might have missed a clue that would push us forward.
Certainly hope that's the case. Makes me wonder what she's gotten herself into.
Can't even begin to imagine. But we will pull her out of it. Safe and sound. That I promise you.
Ciri's trail in Skellige. We've followed it, exhausted the possibilities. Might be time to go back to the continent.
Before you do, there's one thing. It's important.
What's that?
Let's meet in Larvik, at the Warriors' Hall. We'll speak there.
Can we do this later? Sorry, need to take care of something.
Well, if you must, you must. I shall wait for you in Larvik for a time. If you don't make it, we'll meet in Vizima. After all, we do owe the Emperor a report.
Ciri's our concern, ours alone.
Perhaps. But that is not what we agreed with Emir. We must see him.
Being awfully loyal to your patron.
He's your patron as well, dear. Don't forget that, lest he remind you of it himself.
I refuse. Don't have the slightest intention of reporting to him.
Fine. I can't force you.
See you, Yen. Take care of yourself.
Wait. This matter in Larvik. It really is important to me. I'd appreciate it if you didn't tarry.
Oh. What was this one? Help Yennefer extract information from Skal's body. Interesting. Last wish. So we probably have to do that in order to... Okay. Alright.